Okay, so we've done some migrations, and as you remember, when we did the migration, we reset our database, and now we have no data in our database. I can show you that real quick with npx Prisma Studio. Open our studio, bring it over here. See, no users, no posts, 0, 0. So we're going to create a seeder for our database. And Prisma has a very nice guide on Prisma seeding database. Okay, so we're gonna create a seeder. We're gonna add a bunch of data to our database. And just to make it a little bit more fun, I'm gonna install a dependency. We don't really need this, but it's good to use in a future project maybe. So npm install at fakerjs/faker. Fakerjs is a way to create a bunch of mock. My camera just exploded. A bunch of mock data. So let's install that. And in Prisma folder, create a new file called seed.ts. Let's create our seeder. So I'm going to go to my index.ts and kind of copy this. Right, so that's pretty much fine. And then I'm going to import Faker from at fakerjs/faker, and then let's create some users. Await prisma.user. So remember, create many creates all the users and only returns a count of the users. But Prisma also has create many and return, which will create the users and return all the data used to create the users and the newly created fields. So we're going to use this field. We're going to create a bunch of users and grab all their IDs so we can add posts to them. Data array.from length 10. So we're going to create 10 users, and this takes a callback function. Return email is going to be faker.internet.email, and name will be faker.internet.username. And I think I'm missing something. Oh, there should be a comma right here. Okay. And cool. Faker has so many little utilities to create a bunch of mock data. So I'm using internet email, internet username. And then let's make it a little bit more efficient, and let's only get back the ID. True. So this will be an array of IDs, right? For all 10 of our users. For const user of users, await Prisma dot. For every user, let's create many posts. Data array dot from. Let's create 20 posts per user. Okay. Const is published. Oh, sorry, const published. Let's do faker.datatype.boolean. This will be true or false. So let's randomly publish some data and let's randomly not. Const views equal to, well, if it's published, let's do faker.number.int. You can have a minimum of 1 view to maximum of 1,000 views. Otherwise, it'd be 0 if it's not published, right? It shouldn't have any views. And then let's return title faker.lorem.sentence. Content can be faker lorem.paragraphs. User ID will be the user.id because we're looping through the users. Publish is published and views is views. Cool. So this should create 10 users with 20 posts. So that's about 200 posts all across the board. Okay. And now to run this, you could just run the TypeScript file, but Prisma again has a nice way in their documentation. So if we scroll down here, we can add this field to our package.json. I'm going to put it under my scripts. Prisma c ts node prisma/c.ts. Although I recall this not working for me. So if I scroll down more, I actually want to use If I can find it, I think I passed it. Let's scroll back up. Here. Some projects may require you to add compile options. So I'm gonna take this one right here. And I already have TS Node installed because that's what I'm using to run my dev, so it's okay. And then compiler options, mode, common.js. This is the part that I need to run my script. So, to run your seeder, all you have to do is type in npx prisma db seed. Seed command has been executed. Perfect. So our seeder is great. Let's look at our data with npx prisma studio. npx prisma studio. Wow, okay, this is a lot. Let's take it slow. So we have 10 users and 200 posts. These random users with their names, and each has 20 posts associated with them. And these are all 200 posts we just made. Look at the random view counts: 933, 270, and then what's little? Anyone has little bit views? 15. This is a very unpopular post here. Right. Okay, cool. So now we have so much data to work with for the next two videos. So let's get into that.